Hey everybody, it's Angela, and I've had quite a few people ask me how I bind my junk journals or what kind of spiral binder I have, and I have this behemoth office machine spiral binder, not one of the, petite cute ones like the Cinch or the Bind It All or something that comes in pretty colors, but this is what I've got, and it's a DFC. What's nice about them is that, first of all, you can get a lot of places, companies that close down or don't need them anymore will auction them off or sell them off quite inexpensively, and so you can find used ones out there, and it can, punch. It's pretty heavy duty, so you don't have that, and it can do, a huge size bunch of punching at once. You don't have to go and move it several times. So that's the plus side. The downside is that it is big. So that's just one thing to consider if you're thinking about getting one of these. And it is a 4 holes to an inch spiral binder. And these are the coils, and you can get them in all kinds of colors and all kinds of sizes. I like these bigger ones for junk journals because I always find that I start filling it up and they get chunky really fast. So this is the kind that I go for most of the time. And like I said, you can get them in a rainbow of colors. You can get them on eBay or, any kind of office supply type of place. So I'm going to try to make one here and do a video. I'm doing 2 of these junk journals for daughters of a friend of mine, and so it's just got all kinds of bright papers and stuff in here that they can color on and keep the memorabilia, things like that. I've got 2 plastic covers on the front and back just to give it a little more durability, and I made them both very similar but not exactly the same so that they can tell them apart. So here we go. I've already, like I said, cut it and decided which order I was going to put all the papers in. So I have all the different papers and how I want them situated already kind of sandwiched here together. So now I'm just going to start punching holes. I'm going to start with my cover. I'm going to line the cover all the way up to the side of this guide here and punch. And I already set it up so my holes are here. You can do different width holes depending on how big your ring is. I could move these in even farther because I'm going to have a bigger ring, but I think that's plenty of space here on the side. And what I do is, like here, I have 2 pages. This page isn't quite the same width from edge to edge, and I want it centered. So I'm just going to kind of center it on here. And I'm going to take some of this drafting tape, which is removable, and just to keep it in place for when I put the spiral in, I'm just going to put a little piece of tape here, and I'll take this off later. But that's going to hold it in position as I go and keep punching these. Same way with like this popcorn bag and this piece of paper here. I'm going to put them, and then I'm going to take a piece of drafting tape. I'm just going to put that together, and I'm going to say, in my binder goes from here to here. That's the size that I made it. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of center it and punch. I'm going to take another chunk of papers. Again, on some of this smaller stuff that's in the middle where I don't want it to move, I'm going to tape it down. Tape this one down too. And, you know, this is a junk journal, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Let's see here. I'm going to take this chunk, and on here I've got one full sheet here on the bottom. I've got one smaller sheet that's going to be centered. So I am going to start taping. Put this about here. And this one, it kind of matches so that when you open it up, you'll have two of the same pattern. So I actually want those to kind of line up. And then I've got these two on top of that are half pages. So I'm just going to tape them together. And this pocket, I don't know, it's going to be hard to punch through this. I've got it pretty thick. But it did it. Okay, and then I'm just going to leave them all taped together and put them in my stack. Now I've got this one. It's a short page. And then I've got two of these. They're little pockets that I have tags for, but I don't want to accidentally punch through the bottom. If the tag was in here, I might punch through the bottom of the tag, and then I couldn't get it out. So I took the tags out and just left the pockets. This way it kind of keeps everything together. There we go. And then sheets. This one's a full-size sheet. Then I have a big playing card and then another full-size sheet. So I'm going to tape that to that. This in here. And cut. This. I'll put this over here just for the heck of it. Why center everything? Of full-length ones, so that's easy. I've got these two sheets that I want to open up like that when they're done, and then I have a French fry bag that I'm going to stick there. This one, I have a little sunflower seed packet. I think the other journal has a packet of daisy seeds, just to make it different. But they're, you know, they each have a seed packet. I don't know. They're sisters, you know. They're probably going to compare. And their mom is going to have to deal with it. Sorry, Kelly. Let's see here. I've got these two, which are like leopard print. Every girl's got to have some leopard print. And then I've got this paper, and I've got a little tiny envelope here, and then an index card. So I'm going to tape those down. I'm going to try to speed this video up, maybe. I don't know. You guys are going to get tired of watching this. Let's see, I'm just going to do just works easier that way. Okay, now that I have everything punched, I'm going to just gently put it down. And you can see that the holes, most things line up. It's going to take a little bit of tweaking to get everything lined up to get it started. But I'm going to try to do it here on camera for you. Alright, let me see if I can get in here better. Okay. Alright, I'm in frame. Okay. Once you get it started, it's not very difficult. It's just catching all the first things. You know what I'm going to do? Take a binder clip. Kind of get this. Kind of clip this here. Okay. Just to help me hold it. And I'm going to start from the back. I'm going to insert. Kind of make sure it's catching. Get this next page. Almost there. Oh, wait a minute. Did I go the wrong direction? I did. I think I need to go this way. Well, don't watch me. What kind of a tutorial I'm doing here. Alright, so once you get it threaded on there, you start spinning it. And once you get it a few spins through, it goes pretty fast. Because everything kind of gets lined up. Okay, so that's the most tedious part over, and it just takes a little while. In normal binding, if you're doing like reports or just all the same size, or at least the same size top to bottom where you don't have stuff in the middle, it goes really fast. When I do reports and things like that, it just twirls right through. But because, you know, there's so many different things and different textures of paper, you know, like this bag, and different things coming in at different places, it makes it a little more of a challenge. Sometimes you can put a few more clips along the side to hold everything together and get it into place, and it might make it a little faster to swirl it through. But it's not difficult. It just takes a little bit of time. And when you're done, this is what you get. Okay, you have the spirals on each side, and there's a little tool, a little pair of pliers that come with the punch unit. And essentially what you do is, this is going to punch clip and crimp the edge over. And you see where this coil comes down to the back, and then we have extra. Let's see if I can put my hand here. There we go. You have extra. What you want to do is take it, and you'll see there's a little dot on the top of these pliers, and you want it to be, the dot to be up toward the ceiling. So you want to hold the pliers this direction, just like this. And you go here, and you clip and crimp. And that gives you this nice little edge so that it can't come out of the spiral. It locks it in there. And then on the other side, you look where the spiral comes down, the end, and I go about halfway in between that, and I hold it with the dot to the ceiling. I clip and crimp the edge. Gives me this nice little hook on the end. So now our junk journal spirals won't come out. They lock on each side. You can open it up, and now you can start removing the tape that held everything in, and you've got a finished journal, junk journal, with all your own stuff, your own scrap papers, your own scrap envelopes, and things that, you know, mean something to you. And so you can really customize it and really make it fun with just a little bit of effort there. And so that's how I bind my journals, and I just use different size binding rings. This one's about 1 inch. I think the biggest one I have on my junk journal is about almost 2 inches, I think. And then I have ones that are smaller, and like I said, you can get them in all kinds of colors. So if you have access to an office machine like this that your boss might let you borrow and just pay for the spiral, or if you find one at auction or at some kind of office supply surplus or online, you might consider picking it up. Like I said, it's not the cute model that's pink that I can, you know, keep in my craft room, but it's what I've got, and it does the job. So there you go. Sorry this was so long. I hope that it was understandable. If you have any questions or anything, please just leave me a comment below. Thanks for watching. Bye.